Okay, on this video we're going to look at some of the parts of the brain. Okay, as you can see here, this shaded area is the dura mater. Okay, we have the three different meningeal layers that protect our brain, the dura mater, and then the next layer in is the arachnoid mater, and then the third layer in is the pia mater. Okay, so the meninges are the dura, arachnoid, and pia. Okay, let's remove the dura to expose more of the brain tissue here. Okay, you can also see that the yellow represents the nerves and cranial nerves. Okay. All right. The different lobes of the brain, we'll start here with the frontal lobe. Okay, so this is the anterior side of the brain. Okay. We're also looking at a lateral view here. Okay, this would be a frontal view. Alright, so this is this person's left brain. Okay, the side we're looking at over here. Okay. Alright, so there's the frontal lobe. Of course, you have a right and left frontal lobe. Okay. Alright, here's the parietal lobe. Happens to be the left parietal lobe. You do have a right and left parietal lobe. Okay, back here's the occipital lobe. Now, in prior videos, we did talk about the function of these. Okay, this is more for lab, which is just identify. Okay, the lecture portion of the test will include function. Okay, so here's the occipital lobe. Right, you do have a right and left. And we have the temporal lobe. Okay, right and left temporal lobe. Okay, the whole structure of the brain that you see here is the cerebellum. Okay, so everything you see here on the brain is called the cerebellum. All right, then this structure is the cerebellum. Okay, it's got different parts. Now, for our purposes, just want you to know that this whole thing collectively is the cerebellum. Okay, so all of this. So this is a posterior view. Okay, there's a lateral view. Okay, all these parts in here, that's collectively the cerebellum. Okay, then you have the brainstem, and the brainstem is made of three components. Okay, in here, this is all the midbrain. Now there's a bunch of different parts to the midbrain that we talked about on a prior lecture. Okay, so this is the midbrain. And you're looking at an anterior and inferior views. Okay, so you can underneath the brain right now. So there's the midbrain. Okay, we have different structures within the midbrain, but that's it. Okay, and then the second part to the brainstem. Remember, the brainstem has three parts: the midbrain, the pons, and the medulla oblongata. Okay, right now we're looking at the pons. Okay, which means bridge. And that holds cranial nerves 5 through 8. The pons All right. Going back to the midbrain area, it's also known as the mesencephalon. Okay, midbrain is also known as the mesencephalon. Okay, so midbrain, pons. Okay, and then this structure here, all of this is the medulla oblongata. Okay, that's the medulla oblongata. Here's a lateral view. Okay, there's different parts within the medulla, but here you're looking at medulla oblongata. Okay, and it does have its own cranial nerves that come out of it as well. So for lab, I just want you to be able to identify these parts as we point to them.